Hello, everybody, and welcome to the fourth episode of the Skydro Whipper Podcast. This is a re-recorded intro because we've rearranged our order. And anyway, now let's get on with the pod.
Today's topic is things that trigger Ninjago fans.
Okay, this will be fun. We've got a list of like 10, 11 bullet points, haven't we?
Exactly. Some of those are what you suggested yesterday on Twitter.
Yeah, because you sent... yesterday time of recording. We're recording this on July the 30th, and this will probably go up middle of August, I think.
Yeah, we record these
I'm not sure at this point. Yeah, we're recording, because basically we're going on holiday. I'm going away for a week, and then you're going away for 2 weeks, so...
Exactly.
That's
so
like
we have to
3 weeks. These. So we've got 3 podcasts lined up, so that's 4, 5, and 6.
And
I've got some mini pods, which you've probably already seen by now, actually.
By now you've seen both, probably.
Probably. We aren't very planned out, really, all things considered.
No, we are, because remember, our podcasts line up with the CM.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, actually, they're incredibly planned out, actually.
Exactly, we try to be very planned out. Okay, but to get to the subject, do you want to begin with the first point?
First unpopular opinion. Redesigns.
Redesigns. Basically, no. Not unpopular opinions. This is things that trigger.
Like, things that trigger people. Yeah,
I made a mistake with the list.
With a note, yeah. We are incredibly good at this.
Exactly. Don't question Bafma Maris.
Yeah, is he still on screen? I'll keep him on screen. Forever. For the entire pod.
No, we will change, like, occasionally you'll see maybe a image. Because we can't really do clips. We can't sadly do too much clips because copyright claims.
Copyright, yeah, like, episode 3 is... Episode 3 is... I probably have made a tweet about this, because today I'm supposed to be uploading episode 3. But it got blocked. So the way episode 3 will be later than every other upload, that's why.
Exactly.
But anyways... Redesigns.
So, of course...
it triggers people.
Yeah, they trigger many people, mostly people that really hated the movie.
Basically. Or Jeffy.
Or Jeffy, if you're watching this.
Shout out to Jeffy.
Shout out to Jeffy.
You've been mentioned.
For not playing Fortnite.
Yeah, you don't play Fortnite. You play Amogus. You hate New Ninjago. What an absolute legend. I'll link his Twitter in the description.
No, you won't.
No, I won't. He's got a YouTube channel now, you know.
Oh, then we will link. No, we won't.
No, we won't. Apparently, his first video is going to be people he hates in Ninjago Twitter. Oh. I hope I get there.
I probably won't be there because, like, I never reacted to him. I don't think so. No, I did once write to him. I think I did once write to him, like, "Oh yeah, you're so right, beastie." I think I wrote something like that.
Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah, you said that I ruined your childhood.
Exactly, and he liked it. He took that seriously.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this has gone on a Jeffy tangent. I knew this would happen.
Okay, sorry, Jeffy. We don't hate you. We just like bullying you. I mean, laughing at you. We're nice people.
I'll edit that. I'm editing that one out.
Yeah, we want to get money. We want to get monetized.
So we're using your name for money.
Because we're going
to
be
you appreciate
rich,
that.
Bitch. I mean,
we all 360 subscribers.
Well, we have to edit many things out in this episode.
Yeah, this is gonna be such a fun thing to edit. Oh boy. Redesigns. Because they don't like the movie, even though they look better most of the time.
Most of the time.
Jay looks better apart from the hair colour, but the hair colour looks more like my hair colour, so I like it for that reason. Because it looks really accurate, like, to my hair.
With the redesigns, I love them all more, except for 2 things. First, I think Jay should have had orange hair.
Which I'm using the Builder Mini to fix.
Yeah, and he shouldn't have freckles, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And he should have had the eye cut.
Yeah, that's the only issue. With
So
the redesigns
basically,
I have. Even
just keep the old J head and just change the hair.
yeah, basically. I do like
Basically.
Jay's redesign. I probably prefer it, but because of the hairstyle is so much better. But and it fits his character more. But I wish they kept the eyebrow notch at least that, if nothing else.
Yeah,
you know?
eyebrow and hair color and no freckles, and that would be a perfect in my opinion. And the other problem that I have with redesigns is Kai's hair is way too big in my opinion.
Yeah, the face design is way better on every ninja apart from Jay. It's a better face.
Exactly,
but the hair is better every ninja apart from Kai, and Jay's color.
And Jay's color, but Kai, the problem is just too big because, like, for example, in some sets, you can't even close the cockpit because of his hair.
Yeah, because of how big his hair is, it's really annoying. Yeah,
exactly.
But then you've got Lloyd, who's perfection. There's nothing wrong with that design.
Oh yeah, and Zane as well.
And heck, even Cole, because his new hair is so much better.
Exactly.
And he even kept the bushy eyebrows.
And Nia as well.
Yeah, actually has, like, personality and not a generic city girl face.
But my problem...
really triggers me.
My biggest problem, though, with Cole is that we don't... his scar isn't, like... It just appears when he uses the RX powers.
Yeah, I think it would be cool if it stayed. I get why it didn't because of the film, but...
yeah, but if it stayed, I think it would be a bit better.
Mm-hmm. But Lloyd, perfection. Makes that
Lloyd,
so
Zane,
much better.
Nia, perfection.
Perfection. Cole, nearly perfection. Jay,
nearly perfection.
Elements are way better. And then Kai.
Nearly perfection.
They're so close to being perfect.
Exactly.
And some of them literally are.
Especially
the original designs are really... Yeah, the original designs are just really boring for all of them.
Yeah, they look very generic, except Kai because he had a different hair.
Yeah, but apart from Kai, like, Jay literally had the most generic hairpiece possible. Like, come on.
Just like Nia had a very generic hairpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Or Cole. Cole looked the most generic.
Cole, yeah. But now they look good. They look good now, I think. But they do still trigger people. I don't think they trigger people as much as they used to, though. I think, unless you're Jeffy, you've gotten used to them.
Exactly. Jeffy, you got another shout-out. Subscribe.
Please subscribe to me, Jeffy. I need you to subscribe to my channel. Where are we?
Okay. Second point. Erjitsu and Elemental Dragons.
They went away.
I think. There is a canon explanation, but I mean, you need to download Twitter, find a tweet from 2018 just to know. So
yeah, you have to read Tommy Andreassen's massive book that he did. So
which isn't even canon.
They could have said that in Oh, have you heard that there's a new one? That's it's currently out.
Oh, it is out already.
It's set between season 10 and 11. Part 1 came out today. I will read it. This will show what happened between March of the Oni and Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu. Chapter 1 came out. Apparently, this will also explain why the ninja have one set of suits from now on, which is quite cool. We'll get to suits later.
Is it?
But
canon?
It's like Way of the Departed. Like, it fits in canon, but because it's not officially published, they can't say it's canon.
So
it's like, yes, this is canon to Tommy, and you can see it as canon. It doesn't contradict canon. Canon won't contradict it. But it's not officially published by the Lego Group, so,
Yeah.
I feel like the show and those Spinjitzu Brothers books that are coming out are the main things that are actually canon.
And of course,
not even the magazine. Oh yeah, Dark Island! I forgot about that. Yeah, that's canon as well. Anyway.
Actually, it's a really... I wish it was a season. I wish Dark Island was a season, as it's a really, really cool story.
Season. Would it have been better than Day of the Departed?
Oh, obviously.
Yes.
I mean, it would have... So we know how we have the Golden Age, season 4, 5, 6. This would have easily fit into the Golden Age.
Right. I still need to watch that TTV read through. I started it, and then... before Seabound, the day Seabound finally came out, when I was waiting for the finale, I started watching that, and then I was so depressed with Ninjago and stuff, I didn't get around to finishing it. Like, just thinking about Ninjago would spark absolute depression, so I didn't finish it, but I will do. I've got time, I think.
Okay. So another thing that triggers many fans, sometimes even me, I would say, is basically how Ninja have sometimes brand new suits with no explanation.
It's really
because like
annoying.
in the old seasons, they had like, you know, Wu, like there would be scenes of Wu like buying them new suits. For example, in season 1, then in season 2 they would get them in the Temple of Light. Then they would get the techno ropes from Cyrus Borg. Tournament of Elements they got from Chen. It was all very nice, but after Possession, they just appeared with new suits.
They gave up. They gave up on explaining it. Really.
Exactly. Like
the only 2 seasons, which it kind of gets explained, not explained, but there's a line referencing. It still makes no sense why they would get brand new suits for this, but for the Skybound suits, they're supposed to be like Airjitsu because they've unlocked Airjitsu. But even then, that's like, why do they need suits for that?
Exactly, and also it doesn't even get explained. Like the ones that do kind of, I mean, they don't get explained, but at least it makes sense. Is Hunted.
Yes, because Hands of Time are the dumbest ones because they had these suits from Day of the Departed, the honor robes,
and they just appear with a new. It's
minutes.
the same as.
And they should be. Why wasn't there a scene saying they could have easily said we wear these suits every time it's Day of the Departed to celebrate Day of the Departed, but now we get on our regular ninja suits and then it's sorted.
Exactly.
But nah, instead it just makes the ninja look like really weird.
Yeah. So Hunted gets explained, and I guess
also.
Oh yes.
March of the Oni
is dumb, but Sons of Garmadon and Hunted. Sons of Garmadon makes sense as it's been 1 year.
A whole year, and also, you know, behind the scenes, obviously new mask piece and stuff.
And Hunted, they're just damage suits.
I get Sog. Yeah, exactly. Which I really like. Apart from Nia's.
Yeah, Nia's is really dumb.
Really dumb suit. Why wasn't it like the Sog one with more armor? Even though he already had a lot of armor, to be fair, but still. I don't like the suit design anyway. I especially don't like the fact it makes no sense in the story.
It's definitely one of my least favorite suits.
Yeah, easily. Not a fan of Hunted Nia. Anyways.
So another thing that triggers fans is Ninja getting randomly new powers, basically retcons.
Yeah, like, every few seasons.
The burst.
There's this thing. Yes, and like that would have been useful to have heard of any time before.
Exactly.
Now.
And they don't. And Cole doesn't even use the burst
like,
ever again.
Yeah, it's like. Also, like, are we gonna get more people doing the burst, more of the ninja? Like, why didn't Nia do the burst in Seabound? Like, I feel like that would have been useful. Like, everyone thought that we were going to get Spinjitzu Burst Nia, and obviously it was just, oh wow, I'm literally water now, I guess.
Actually, Nia,
which is cool and all.
There are theories that the Nia's true potential was a burst. No.
Oh, what, when she merged with the sea? Like...
Possession.
Oh, in season 5. Yeah, that makes sense, actually, because it looks
the same
kind
and
of
also,
similar as well.
All the steps to do the burst are the same.
Yeah. I quite like that as a theory, actually. You know, I'll give them that as a retcon.
But that means Nia never had a true potential.
But it needs to be said. Yeah, okay,
yeah,
this is
so
weird
it really
now.
depends.
Let's just say... Although, technically, if they call it NRG Nia for Seabound...
But then she was never...
You know what I mean?
Well, it took her 15 seasons.
The NRG, then she hasn't got her true potential for the entirety of... For, like, half the show. This is... my brain. Wow. This is something that triggers me.
This is really weird.
Number 5 on the list. Shall we move on now? Because I just read it, and I think you wrote this. in spite towards a certain season.
What?
Bringing back old characters and ruining them. Because I'm editing this, I'm putting a picture of Ronan
you should
up on the screen.
pick up you should make like Ronan, laying down, and Baphomet is beating him up.
Yeah, Baphomet. What is this podcast at this point? So this isn't at all aimed towards a Ronin.
Bringing back old. Yeah, this isn't aimed towards Ronin, but to be fair, there are other examples of this.
Yes.
Like, for example, Pythor in Day of the
Yes.
Departed. Yang in Day of the Departed.
Everyone apart from Morrow in Day of the Departed.
Exactly.
Morrow is the only good thing about that entire special.
Exactly, and the lantern.
Oh yeah, the lantern scene obviously is amazing. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Pythor. That still triggers me to this day. Wow.
Exactly. I think though he's the Vengestone buyer. I think that would make them.
That would be awesome because my problem is they ruined Pythor's character development and then did nothing with it. Like if he was the Vengestone buyer, at least that means that he's developed as a villain again. But as it stands, he had an amazing redemption arc. He's a good guy now. Then he just bogs off, and then he's back as a villain. And after that, he just walks off again.
Exactly.
But if he went off and then did all this Vengestone stuff, it would feel like it makes more sense.
So this is basically point is basically for Ronan and Pythor the most. Yeah,
because obviously Ronan. The degree of yes, it's in character for Ronan to do that for money, but also,
he had an amazing arc in Possession.
To be fair, though, I'm going to say the same for Skybound because he has an amazing arc in Possession. Then in Skybound, he immediately betrays a ninja for cash.
No, but ninja are seen as criminals.
That is true
in Skybound.
So
it makes sense he wouldn't trust them.
Yeah. I still think it's very
but then he in Hands of Time.
He still helps.
He helps them.
Yeah, so
exactly.
Why was he helping them? Although to be fair to Day of the Departed, he was stealing from Ed and Edna.
That is true, but he didn't know they are Jay's parents, probably.
Very true, and also, Day of the Departed isn't a consistent story for characters anyway.
Exactly.
So
just look up
it's also
except if you're called Morrow.
Yeah, Morrow is. If they ruined Morrow in Day of the Departed, I would be so mad. But luckily they didn't, so no need to be angry.
Exactly. So another bullet point we have Wild Brain, new animation.
Yeah, that annoys people, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We've done an entire episode
but I disagree,
on this.
as I think in short I disagree with this, as I think Wild Brain is amazing in terms of action, maybe not visual itself.
Yeah. Character models are better though.
Is amazing.
Character models are better in Wild Brain as well. Yeah. So basically everything about the figures, the ninja themselves, like the movements and the models, everything's like that. Location less. With that said, the
location's Wolfram I think was a little bit better.
Yeah.
But we have to see.
But the Uncharted Island's great though. We've had an entire episode discussing Wolfram versus Wild Brain, so you can just watch that. I go on a rant about Ice Chapter as well. It's fun. But yeah, so next on down. Oh, this is a good one actually.
The sets all are always focusing on Kai, while the show never focuses on Kai.
Yep, because if you've seen any Ninjago Legacy set released since 2019, you will see Legacy Kai. It's only natural.
No, but not even just Legacy. Like, for example, Master of the Mountain, the stone mech was made half of Kai's mech.
And then he doesn't even touch it in the show. He's not even in the same scene as it in the show.
Exactly.
It's like... Also, the Firestone mech, what a wasted opportunity, by the way, in the show. Like, it's there for, like, a minute. Tops.
And it's used to, like, push a minecart.
I think it would have been cooler if Cole used that mech to actually like fight the Skull Sorcerer a bit, but you know, we can't have nice things. Yeah, I do love that season though, don't worry. It's just the Firestone mech feels like it's only there for toys.
Potential.
It feels like, yeah, it's only there for toys, basically. Which it is. So, you know.
Yeah, so that's our other point about Kai basically being loved in the set, but hated in the show.
In the show, because what useful contribution has Kai had apart from being a crybaby since season 7?
He hasn't been what?
He was a bit of a crybaby in season 11 though, like, I got no powers, I'm useless.
Yeah, but that's not the entire show, you know.
No, I know, but like, if he's not doing that, the only season he's been useful has been Master of the Mountain.
That's true. He was actually a really cool part of Master of the Mountain, I would say.
And then he was really good for all 3 episodes of Seabound he was in or whatever, because he gets sidelined for the vast majority of Seabound.
Oh yeah, that was very painful.
Although, when he's in Seabound, he's very good in Seabound. Like,
that's true, I agree. Especially in Paper
Girl. Really like him. Yeah, Paper Girl. Which is just one of the best episodes of the show at this point. I love that episode so much.
It's my favorite Seabound episode, easily.
It's my second favourite from Seabound. I give episode 15 The Edge because sad. We've discussed Seabound before. But yeah, Kai, they love him in the sets, especially Legacy, but also he's, you know, liked in the regular sets. Like, he got a burst figure, even though he didn't even do the burst.
But that's same with the that's same with Lloyd.
Lloyd. Yeah, well, the sets love Lloyd as well, don't they? Because, you know, he's the main one. But, like, Lloyd actually gets the amount of representation in the show as he does in the sets. But, like, true. Kai, just, what's Kai done? That's really, like, a valid...
The last one was, as you said, Master of the Mountain. In Seabound, he had potential with, like, you know, because he was near...
Stayed at home. Yeah. And then, did he even... I hope the next season is a Kai season, because he needs to develop more, and also, he didn't really mourn for her much, did he?
Exactly, because the show focused on Jay.
Yeah, which... He's my favourite, so... you know. And given the fact that his character was being weakened as of less, Jay did need to do some more, like, actual stuff, which he did. Thank goodness. He's more of a character in Seabound than he has been since, like, season 10.
So let's hope we will get the same.
Let's hope Kai gets the same. Yeah. Because, heck, even in Jay's own season, he didn't really do much, did he?
Exactly.
Crime Empire. My rage.
Your beloved.
Will never
you used
cease.
to love that season so much.
Used to is the key word.
You used to, like, text me and being like, oh, I don't get all the hate. This is amazing.
To quote Lando, circumstances change.
Okay, yeah, so our next point is really triggering. Basically, Zane has become an exposition machine at this point.
Literally a machine as well.
Basically,
so,
he is basically an extra at this point who just sits in the background, potentially giving an exposition line.
Yeah, he just sits there and is all like, oh, look, this is Wojira's temple. Oh, look. Affirmative.
Oh, look, this is this and this is this. Its backstory is this and this. Like, he doesn't get a single character moment anymore.
Heck, even when he was the main villain of the season, I'm not doing the Ice Chapter again.
Exactly.
I'm not going there again. But it's terribly done. And then in Prime Empire, he has literally not a single shred of remorse. He is just like, I guess I'm a Humphrey Bogart detective now, instead of actually, like, mourning.
Yeah, it is. Zane, since Sog, I would say, annoyed. Zane has done nothing except exposition. Telling exposition.
Basically.
Yeah.
Which is kind of very depressing, because I like Zane. Who doesn't like Zane?
Exactly. And
it's sad to see his character literally be made into affirmative. Repeat.
Or this and this is this. This is its backstory.
Yeah, very tired at this point.
Okay, so not.
But
Another point is some seasons having no significance at all.
Yeah. Prime Empire, let's talk about Prime Empire.
Prime Empire, Scrolls of the Forbidden Spinjitzu are probably the main ones here.
Yeah, because Master of the Mountain, all the previous 10 seasons in Wolfform develop and feed off each other.
Exactly.
Master of the Mountain develops Cole quite a lot, and Shintaro comes back. Shintaro is quite main, and it's still the main. Island helps set up Wojira, and it really feeds into Seabound, and Seabound obviously pulls a lot from all seasons because it has Okino is in some background shots and Twitchy Tim's in the Nia's funeral. Seabound is the first Wildbrain season to really feel connected to the others, I would say. Master of the Mountain doesn't feel disconnected like the other two, the previous two do, but it still feels like it matters more because of Seabound.
Yeah, very true. As Shintaro came back in Seabound.
Came back in Seabound, yeah, but Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu, the Explorers Club came back in Seabound. It's like Seabound basically gave every other season worth.
Oh, that's true. But except Prime Empire. Prime Empire has no significance.
Except Prime Empire. The problem with Prime Empire is, with Prime Empire, it's like, I like the aesthetics of that season, but it's such a pointless affair. Like, none of the ninja develop. So it's not like you have the character development for the ninja. Like, the villain's kind of lame, and it's not like anyone's so scarred for being trapped in a game.
It's one of the most boring
It's
seasons.
so meandering. It's boring and inconsequentially boring. But when you watch Ninjago, when you watch season 2 and you watch Ninja Ball Run, do you really think, yes, we need another episode like this? No, you don't. But we got one.
Oh.
But yeah, Prime Empire is just, I like the aesthetics, I like moments. It's so pointless. It doesn't develop any character.
It doesn't change anything.
It doesn't develop its focus ninja.
Video games characters come to Ninjago. That's not talked about ever again.
Ever again. They rock up. The only thing that has made any part of Prime Empire worth anything is the Cryptarium breakout leading into Island. That is it.
Exactly. Yeah, so...
And when the Island with Buff Mamatus is the season that validates your existence, you've got an issue.
Oh, the Island, what a great season. I mean, perfection. Buff Mamatus.
So that's Buff Mamatus.
Who's still on screen, probably.
Gosh. I hope so. I'm editing it, so... Buff
Mamatus currently on screen. Look at his muscles.
Look at his pecs.
And the last point that we have
last
is
point.
Wu doing nothing since season 11.
Nothing. I would say he does stuff. I'm mixed on this one because it definitely triggers some people, but myself,
he does stuff.
I would say
in Master of the Mountain, but any other Wildbrain season he did nothing.
Yes. I also would say, I think I said this before, he doesn't do much in Seabound, but I like when he does stuff.
Yeah,
in
because
Seabound.
He actually does something, and not stand around there.
And he's really cool. Like Wu versus Kalmar is one of the coolest fights in the season. But he's quite pointless the rest of it. Island, he sits around, and Prime Empire especially is the awful for Wu. Literally, he's messed up bad in Secrets of the Forbidden Spinjitzu. And how does he redeem himself? Getting fooled by a cardboard cutout of Zane. It's so dumb. It makes Wu look really dumb. And I know, he's a bit old, but Wu isn't a stupid character. He's a wise character. Why did a cardboard cutout of Zane fool him? It really degrades his character. And think about how amazing he'd been in the Oni trilogy
and even before the Oni trilogy.
And that's why I really like him. Before. Yeah, he's still... Yeah, because Hands of Time, he's great. And Wu is a great character until in Season 11. develops him quite well for the first
Oh,
half.
he's
So I
hilarious
love
in
him
the
in Fire Chapter.
But then in the Ice
and
Chapter,
then
in the Ice Chapter, he's just useless.
He's useless. He's caused problems, doesn't fix the problems he's caused as well. He doesn't get any redemption for it. And then in Prime Empire, he still gets no redemption because he gets fooled by a cardboard cutout of Zane. But Master of the Mountain gives him worth, and I love it. And then Island has him do nothing.
He sits in the jail cell.
Again. At least in Seabound, he delivers some cool lore about Rojira, which is pretty much exposition, but it's nicely done. B, Wu versus Kalmar. It's very cool.
But then he just says like, cool fight. Mia was one of us, and then the season ends for him.
Yeah. I hope Season 16 wishes here, because he's triggering things. My wishes for Season 16 are that Wu gets something to do, okay? Wu gets some real good development. Wu should die, okay? Kill Wu. So he's not pointless again. Give him a really great last season and kill him. Ninjago can kill characters again, because they killed Trimar. They pretty much killed Mia. They should kill Wu.
I feel like
Give
Wu
Kai
will stay till the end of the series.
He probably will stay, but he should die.
He should, but they won't kill off Wu.
Like, they won't kill off Wu.
Yes.
But they should kill off Wu.
The only time
it's more likely now than it was a few seasons ago.
Is the final season though? Maybe.
Yes. With that said, he didn't appear in any sets this year.
He didn't appear in any sets since Scrolls of the Forbidden
so,
Planet. Oh yeah, Master.
He is in the Dragon.
That's true.
Yeah, which is a great set, by the way. Great figure. I need to buy it online because I lost it. But yeah, like I think Wu, like most characters get kept around because they can sell toys.
Oh, but
Wu doesn't really sell
is,
toys. So
one of the most likable characters in the show. That's why they keep him. Like they would have killed him off in Hands of Time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but they know just how much he's beloved.
I hope. Mm-hmm. I mean, I love.
Also, he's like the main face on Ninjago. Even if he's not in the sets, on every poster, it's Wu.
Yeah. Yes, that is true. If they don't develop his character severely, like in the next season,
but they will.
He has no reason to stay alive. They will. Oh yeah. Whether he needs to be alive or not, they'll keep him. But with Wu.
And Kai.
Season 16. Give Wu something to do. I would like them to kill him. They won't. And give Kai a season. Make it a Kai season. Also, don't just drop everything Seabound set up. If Nia comes back, I'm fine with that because it's a kid showing you to sell.
Oh, I will be angry if
I'd
Nia
rather
comes
she
back.
wouldn't come back, obviously, because dramatic impact. Oh,
I think they should just. I think if they need like a female character, they should make Skylar.
I hope it
part
doesn't.
of the team.
Oh, totally, but I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. But if it's done well, like how Zane coming back in tournament was done well, I'd be less annoyed. Like if it serves story purpose.
So those were all. Yeah. So those were all of our
we'll have to see how they do
things that trigger Ninjago fans.
Oh, I just thought of another one actually, real quick.
Skybound's ending.
Skybound's ending.
This ties back to the seasons having seasons having no meaning.
Apart from Jeremy, Skybound has little meaning.
Oh yeah, it's still my favorites, but I get
still
why
one of
people
my favorites.
Very triggered by it.
Yeah. I do like the ending though, and I have defended the ending for 5 years now, so I'm not gonna stop. It makes sense. I get why you don't like it, but it's the only way they could have really ended that season at that point, to be honest.
Like, a second, like if it ended the apocalypse version of like if
the apocalypse,
and it ended on a cliffhanger, so season 7 would be about
trying
to defeat Nadakan.
Yeah. Sadly, as awesome as that would be, and they did basically do that later, to give credit to them in SOG. That's why I prefer SOG to Skybound just slightly as my favourite season, because Skybound's my second favourite. SOG's my favourite only because it does go for the
SOG would be my favorite.
Ending, you know?
SOG would be my favorite if they didn't do Zane's
stuff. Skybound.
Like how that.
I
hate that so much, and they reuse the music. It's so annoying. No, but that scene, like
that music has
why
no
would you
meaning.
Like just make
the song is
just
still
make
my
like
favorite,
Mr. E throw the little robot on the bounty or something. You don't need to kill off Zane. It's really dumb.
Yeah.
Or just make him like
don't phrase it as a sacrifice.
Not
frame it as like he gets knocked out. No, as he got killed by Mr. E. Just say, he got knocked out. Basically,
and also
if it
just
didn't
like
music
frame
intro,
it, like that final shot of his eyes, like.
But it does.
Fading away. It's really dumb. It's really dumb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the episode is great.
That
except the opening,
is still one of my
favorites.
Like,
say, "Oh no, Zane might not get out of this one."
Yeah. What I do like is how it has a cold opening, which Ninjago never does.
Yeah.
Usually,
they do it with Valkyrie,
like
though.
A scene before the intro. They should do
that
more. Well, they can't anymore. They can't.
Every Valkyrie episode has a cold open.
But anyway,
every Wild Brain episode has a cold open.
Because it has.
No.
How? But no, because the intro's at the start.
No. They have
the intro previously.
The episode, then they have the title name later. With the intro. Look at
they do for the premieres.
An episode.
Oh yeah, for the premieres they have cold opens.
When Kalmar attacks Ninjago City,
but they don't
remember?
That one as well. Yes, that one they do. But there are cold opens in Wild Brain. Yeah. Okay, I was confused for a second because I thought you were saying like every Wild Brain does it, and I was really confused.
What I remember. The island also has cold opens.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, well, we got off topic, didn't we?
Yeah. So if you have more things that trigger you,
just
make
a
sure
bit
to put them in the comments.
Yeah. Yeah, because there are a lot of things that annoy a lot of people in the Ninjago fan base. I mean, we've already discussed this. Another triggering thing is the fact that we don't know what the island's supposed to be.
I mean, last time someone commented on our last podcast that
so unclear,
there is no point of argument because March of the Oni was longer. That's why it's Jesus, Island has episode, kid. Okay, get it. Just understand it. That Island is its own season. Stop whining about it. Get a life. Touch grass. I swear to God, if he comments on this video again, like, "Oh, the island is a special." No, don't cut this.
I'm probably gonna have to comment. I'm gonna cut this one out.
This is my real frustration with the argument that island is special.
It will get.
It's one of the dumbest things I've heard.
I think the reason why people say it is also because Braggy, the writer, said it's called Seabound Season 14.
Whatever. It's its own season. Island is its own season.
But I don't. My issue is if you call the island a mini-series, that's fine. Don't call it a special because it has episodes. It's not a special. Okay? Like, I wouldn't call the pilots a special.
Or
I call them the pilots plural because there's 2 of them. So don't call the island... Yeah. Yes, because they could open to 4. So it's just like... If you don't think Island season... Whatever, cool. Don't call it a special because it's not. If it's a special, then it would be a special. But it has 4 individual episodes. So it isn't. Day of the Departed is not sliced up. It is its own one thing. That is a special. The Island...
See? Very simple.
Isn't.
So now don't go into the comments and say, "Oh, but March of the Oni was long." Just don't, okay? Just don't. Okay,
Anyways,
so if you enjoyed this
we're
video, make
at
sure to
40
subscribe,
something minutes
like,
on the recording.
all the nice stuff. Do the buttons. Comment things that trigger
Do the
you.
buttons.
If it's something about the island
Good.
called a season, then I don't know why I'm deleting your comment. Yeah, call it Buff Mamatus, maybe.
Buff
then
Mamatus.
you'll have
Call
to
it
leave
Buff
but yeah.
Mamatus.
Okay, so yeah, that's really it.
Call it the Buff Mamatus season.
We will.
Or the Buff Mamatus special,
yeah.
then we'll let you off.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Do the buttons, bye.